I think Kendall's. I've still got Kendall, haven't I? Yes.
That's a good possibility. I can probably release him.
He's been hijacked.
There we go. Owner's cleared. Wachowski's owned by Ren Temple. Wax good. Kendall's good now. Mokri by Clueless. I think we're good. More frack Spoonhead. Okay. This still has your name as Spoonhead.
That's fine.
That was a year ago, wasn't it? When you changed your name?
Yep. Well, I'll use that. I don't know. Don't ask me why, but that is actually my actual company name and also my domain name. So.
Wait a minute. Your company name is Spoonhead?
Spoonhead Limited, yeah.
I thought you were an accountant.
I am.
Why in the hell would anybody in their right mind hire an accountant named Spoonhead?
Well, you would never get forgotten, would you? You see.
Yeah, that's pretty clever. Hello, Venerick. I see you out there. Makes it rain cookies. I could use a cookie. Macadamia nut. Oatmeal raisin. I'm sorry, that would be a biscuit.
Damn right too.
And don't you forget it.
Hi, boys.
Hi, Z.
Hi, Z.
Hello, Z.
So, I'm going over my inventory now.
Why, are you afraid I took something out of it?
So, no, it's because I had it. So much trust.
Party sheet.
What in the hell is going on here? All right, anybody heard from Clueless?
Nope.
It's a bit early for him yet.
Yeah.
Evening, Ren.
You. Hey, Ren.
Maybe he's trying to
Hello,
figure...
Ren.
Hello, Ren. Maybe Clueless is trying to figure out how he can really become a dragon.
I probably won't be saying much tonight.
Sky will, though.
Why?
Let's give her the damn lamb shank. She'll go over in the corner and sleep like a baby. The old back scratcher. I'm spoiled. Wife brought me a back scratcher home here a few months ago. And since then, I've had her buy 3 more so I can leave them at different places around my office and around the house. All right, well, who all do we got here? Let me pop back over. Getting the right channel. Alright, so I'm going to have to move some Discord stuff around here real quick. Just so we know who's talking.
Right, that shut her up. I'll give her the lamb shank and now she's burnt her mouth.
Alright, we should be good to go now. She burned her mouth. Yeah, she shut the hell up, though, didn't she?
Oh, yes.
Alright, cool.
That will keep her quiet for a little while.
Alright, gang. So, it's been, what, a month?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Ren's been going strong. I was, guess that had been 2 weeks ago then. Went to the Unity launch party in Orlando, and so Ren got to run his game 3 weeks in a row. And you guys should have heard him. He was almost giddy when we finally got to the places that he had planned like 6 months ago. And the party just kept on lollygagging and wouldn't get there. And he started reading descriptions and stuff, and you could tell that he was finally glad to be able to expose his
Himself.
yes, expose himself.
I mean, don't just leave it hanging there, buddy.
Well, I was trying to think of the right word. But anyway, it's been good. Been a good 3 weeks in a row over in the Dragonlands on Ren's little creation. But does anybody remember what happened here?
Well, we were climbing the mountain to find the place where a cranky dwarf man had said that the dragon might be. We ran into a wyvern, or 2 wyverns, and then a camp of hobgoblins a ways away up the mountain, though I don't recall how far we traveled. I think we still had a couple days.
You've got a couple days at least. You can see
Yeah.
this huge mountain, and you know the tops of these mountains, as you move away from the valley and move farther north, are the peaks of them are more snow covered, and so yeah, it's a ways across there. So you killed a couple of wyverns.
Killed about a dozen hobgoblins and goblins.
Yeah, to keep our skills. We have not to forget how to kill people.
I don't think this group's gonna have a problem with remembering how to kill people.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I killed the captain with my catapult.
Did you?
Captain.
Yeah, I was
After
invisible.
something-
And I
after
ran up the
something was
stairs.
for you.
That's it, yeah. He only had 1 hit point.
And it seems I managed to burn only a first level slot of.
You're welcome.
You're right. So, share this map out real quick so I can kind of point out where you guys are, what's going. It's a little hard to read, but all right. So you had left here. which is the growing village of Tumblestone, and you were looking for a white dragon's lair somewhere in the mountains, and you headed off to the northeast. And as you crested this first mountain pass, you could see this huge valley that kind of exists out in here. And way beyond that valley are some snow-covered mountain peaks up in this direction. So you guys know you've got a ways to travel. And that's where what'd you call him? Crazy or cranky old dwarf? That's where he told you that you would find...
Oh, what did I call him?
I don't know, Ren just called him something.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a
Anus
name for
something.
this one. Let's go with Blizzard Lizard.
The Blizzard Lizard. No, I meant the
Anus
cranky old
Hope.
dwarf. He called him cranky or something.
Yeah, him. I thought you were
Anus Hoplite.
Anus Hoplite. Yeah, that was his name.
You can look into the shadow then.
What the hell is that?
A mimic.
You got okay. So coming up the mountain pass right at you is an ancient mimic. By the way, there's a video out there on what mimics really are. If you haven't seen it, you should, because it'll give you whole new ways to use that monster.
I got attacked by one this morning.
Vino loves mimic. What happened when you got attacked by one?
I let off a homebrewed frostball, which is a fireball but cold, and hit everything. In friends and foe, myself, everything alike, because I was surrounded by enemies.
And what kind of character are you playing in that world?
Wizard.
I mean, race.
A
Elf.
wizard, by the sounds of it.
He's a winter eladrin, and he doesn't cast fire spells, so Becca's homebrewed some fire spells into cold spells instead, like fireballs now, frostball, so on and so forth.
Very cool. I like that. So yeah, you guys got a ways to go, and you are also going deep into. You're skirting the edge of the Cookyesh Orc Kingdom and heading into the Trakna Orc Kingdom, and it is a rather hostile place right now. So, what are you guys? I guess you took a little damage. Not much. Are you ready to continue, or are you needing a rest, or what?
I'm happy to continue. What about the rest of you?
Yeah. I get healed for everything, and nothing in mine needs to recharge, so I'm good.
I'll before we set off, I'll sit down for 10 minutes and cast Prayer of Healing just to top everybody out.
As a ritual, okay. I guess I really don't need that map.
Alright, Whack, you can stop singing.
Well, that's loud.
It was a bit loud, wasn't it?
Alright, let me come over and crank that down just a little bit. Somebody roll me an attack roll out there, and let's see if it was just that spell or if everything's just way loud. I guess there's no sound for this Great X Plus 2. That's weird. Well, it's working. Some of it's, like, I guess I have nothing for the S-Stock.
No.
Well, well. Alright.
It's very loud though.
Is it still?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Better?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
That's what I can hear at my end.
Now, don't forget, if you guys are running the, if you're running the Volume Master extension for Chrome, you can control the volume on that Clean Feed tab. Uh-oh.
I shot myself. Yeah, it's fine now.
Something
How
you
come
don't
my
like
crit
about
didn't
me,
get
guys?
cheers then?
What? You guys are both talking. I didn't hear that. Hello. Spoon, what'd you say?
Oh, right. I just said, so why do you not like me?
Why do I not like you?
Oh, that was me. I chose a target.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah. Ren, what were you saying?
I was just saying, how come the cheers didn't activate for my crit? Slightly salty.
Let's see. There's Wag.
Because you
Not that I
had
wanted cheers or anything.
you had no one targeted.
Well,
Yep.
fuck that.
Okay, that's what was working. You guys didn't have anybody targeted. It wasn't,
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Your crits are just not as impressive as everybody else's.
You want to get shanked, mate? So did we loot these guys?
I think we did.
I can't
Oh
tell.
yeah, I remember what happened. We got to that valley that was supposedly full of hostile orcs, and then we decided to pass through it and try and be stealthy about it, and then we hit this camp.
Yes. I mean, you guys have, as you're making your way through here, there's been several times where bands of orcs have been moving through, but you're deep within their territory. They don't seem to be too observant of their surroundings. So, you just kind of hunker down and hide, and 20 or 30 of them will come through at a time. It's not been hard to hide from them because they're not expecting to see, another party here. But you also, amongst the orcs, do see some humans, a few humans now and then, couple of half orcs, some half elves, goblins. It's not just orcs, hobgoblins, all kinds of mean, nasty. But I think you guys did loot the hobgoblins and you found some coinage or something. I don't know. Maybe not. I did not finish watching the end of the video to try to refresh myself.
Well, there's nothing in the party sheet really that seems like it would have come from a warband of hob. So, yeah, I don't think we got to that.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did. Because
Did we?
I asked if there was any short bows and arrows. Morfrex asked if there was some arrows, and you asked if there was any crossbow bolts, and I said there was some crossbow bolts in the party sheet, and you went, "Oh yeah, thank you very much."
Yeah, because there were
Well, I mean-
goblins too.
Yeah, okay. You could just double us up on loot because you love us, but, you know.
I'm too honest. Sorry.
No,
To-
I completely got.
To quote my good friend Ren Temple.
Hmm.
Yeah. I thought there was like some minor coinage too, but it doesn't look like it because I would have put it in the party sheet and there's not a lot of coinage in there. So, all right. Ren persuaded me.
Hey.
So I guess I had not drugged that parcel over there. Does any of that look familiar? Three pieces of jet.
No, that doesn't.
3 pieces of jet, 9 banded agates, 1 yellow sapphire.
Nope.
Okay, so I had not put that in there. There you go. Yeah, by the way, Martok, the advantage skill, stealth, like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That will cause...
That was
Yep.
that was the
No.
advantage save.
Yeah, advantage
I'm not
save.
sure. I'm not sure whether it works on. I'll test it out. We'll see in a second.
Yeah, just roll a skill that is not stealth and see if it rolls at advantage.
Still coding it.
Oh, that's... Okay, advantage stealth. How do I code it? I didn't read the line above it. Still about half asleep. Marbanya fail. Veneric, what the hell? Well, where do you think I got Storm's growls from? I got that from Ren. Kind of anxious to see if that advantage skill thing will work.
It doesn't work on saves, but I'll try for skills. Oop. Okay, so it sort of works. Now let's try.
Yeah, it works for skills.
Sweet. It doesn't work.
Another dex save.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. I should have went back and watched that because it's been
That's
over
my
a month.
boots coded.
I just had so much shit going on. Had to talk to another DM about a problem he's having with a couple of his players and shit. You know what I mean? All right. So you guys are kind of lounging around here. Wax said, sit down, take some rest. He's going to pray over you. And he did so. You guys got dead hobgoblins and goblins laying all over the place here.
I sprinkled you with my own special holy water, as I said in my prayer.
It's whiskey.
Then I did my fly up.
Mm.
Kendall
Yeah,
is
I know,
going
buddy.
to have a look up here where there were some of the bad guys to check if they did not have some kind of backpack or anything in the bushes around the tower.
Yeah, I've already put the parcel in there. Zafurby. It's you guys have pretty well searched them and found everything they've got. So I'll say you've
Okay.
spent an hour here.
All right.
And I'm not really using. I don't have my calendar loaded in here yet. The way it will, its final version will be. And that brings up a point that my intentions of starting this whole campaign was to. Yeah, my phone's going off. Was to play test that first, the Teamsters of Trade Dollar, and then get that all worked out. And it was really hard because as a new DM or a DM that hadn't gamed in 25 something years, coming into 5e, it's not like the old school days, and so I'm used to you better get your party beefed up with some magic items because this shit in D&D will kill you. And then I discover as we go along, after I've, okay, you guys got this magic item and that magic item, and then come to find out 5e is just not nearly as deadly as I guess you can make it that way. But so there's a lot of stuff that I need to kind of fix, but I want to put this together in a module, and I haven't had time to do that. So I'm going to have to try to figure out just how I'm going to get that done. So anyway, it's towards the end of, well, actually, it's probably real close to the autumn equinox. So it's colder at night. It's getting down into the 40s at night. Of course, here in the mountains, it can get up to, the 80s or even the low 90s in the daytime still.
I put my poncho on.
Your poncho.
So are we near the night?
It's 1 o'clock it's 1 p.m. 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, so well, let's move on, guys.
Let's push on, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I've got
This way.
something in my eye. That way. Okay, I'm gonna close that map off. Pull this one back up. All right, so
Through the valley,
yes.
up a mountain. I'm gonna take point by as far as we passed without tracing this. Sorry for interrupting. We passed without tracing this, Kendall. I assume we are, as it's free or at will or low whatever from the staff.
I will reuse the stuff for that.
I've also got my owl on point up at 100. Scouting as well.
Oh, Whack will stick with Wachowski.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go as far forward from the group as I can and just sort of scout ahead. Just make sure we don't run into any ambushes.
Yep, I'll be right behind you.
Why does that sound so ominous? What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Maybe don't. Oh, that night at the Roxbury is what that brings to mind. All right.
Could you give me the owl's stat sheet?
Yes, I can. Did I pin that someplace for you, I think?
In the combat tracker, so.
Oh, Jeremy. Cool.
There's
All right.
advantage on perception checks.
So, we'll start with whack. Give me a roll on that table. Alrighty. Wachowski, give me a roll on that table. And Scarface, Kendall. Alright, you guys pass another day, and into the evening you find a place to set up camp. You building a fire or not?
Yes.
I mean, do we need it? But sure.
Mr. Brzezowski, it's cold here. We got to have a fire.
That is what winter cloaks are for, my friend.
He called you friend.
Curl up into the fetal position and just, hide under the roots of a tree.
Alright, so let's pull up the order sheet and what I've got. You guys gonna stick with that watch order? Morfrax first watch, Mokri, Wachowski second watch, Kendall and Whack third watch. We don't have a Mokri. Who wants to run Mokri?
I will.
Good God.
Well, we know how you run other people's sorcerers.
They'll probably do a good job of it, unfortunately. Alright, so you still have that table pulled up. First watch is Morfrax. Morfrax, you got that table?
Yep, and the owl will be doing my
Reconnaissance.
watch for me. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna sleep and let the owl keep watch?
No. I will keep watch, but I will use my owl because I don't have dark vision. But my owl has dark vision to 120 feet.
Hi, Bunny.
And,
Look, guys. Bunny came to say hi.
Hi, Bunny.
Hi, Bunny.
Okay, so you got your owl up in the air. So give me a roll on that table. More frags.
Very large script error. Very, very large script error.
Did it really? That's weird. Very weird.
It's gone now, I can't. It's gone. Anything to get our experience up.
Sorry, Spoon, what was that?
Anything to get our experience up.
Actually, let's see. Alright. Morfrax, you're sitting here, eyes rolled back in your head. Think Game of Thrones and the wargs. Your owl's out flying around. Your owl spots some movement. Looks like it's coming your direction.
So, what does my owl see?
You bring your owl in a little bit closer to get a better look down underneath the canopy of the trees. And it looks like some smaller figures, not very tall, but pretty broad of shoulder. And as he gets in closer, you realize that it's what in the world? That's why you got the script error, because this was not put together correctly. So I'll do that. There are 4 dwarves. Look like they're slipping through the brush. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night.
So my owl will come back.
Okay.
And it will wake up. It will wake up. And I will prod the others to say the dwarves.
I think I'm only getting about every other.
Way.
Yeah, your mic keeps cutting off before you finish what you're saying.
Okay, I'll keep your finger down and push to talk. So the owl will come back, do its screeching.
And kind of wake everybody up.
Wake everybody up and tell them there's some dwarves, maybe 4 dwarves or so. But I don't know I wouldn't have known what type of dwarves they are. What?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily just dwarves.
I mean, do they look happy, sad? Were they whistling a tune
Grumpy.
with pickaxe on their shoulders?
It was not. It might have been grumpy. It was not bashful and happy and dopey.
Can we hear him going, hi, oh?
There wasn't 7 of them. Ouch.
That wasn't me.
Was that loud? I'm sorry.
No, it was fine.
So yeah, they're coming straight toward your camp. You rouse everybody around. You guys get up. You putting armor on or what?
Are we being
You think Wachowski doesn't sleep in his armor?
Exactly. We never take it off.
Oh, really? That's nice to know going forward then.
Yeah, you don't want to sniff our undergarment.
Oh my god. God.
Too much information there. See.
Good old panty sniffers. Okay, so they're coming your way. Looks like they were making a beeline straight toward your camp, which is unusual. It's off the trail. You might have tried to hide your fire in some rocks and whatnot, but they don't. They should have come to your camp by now. So. I bet I don't have certain tables loaded. That's what it is. But nobody ever. Matter of fact, give me perception checks. More fresh.
Did that roll? Did that roll for me, Marbanya? Not entirely sure.
No, I don't see. I see Kindle, Morphrax twice, Mokri.
Why?
I do not see. There it is. Wachowski, Morphrax. Let's see who else. And Whack. It wasn't a high DC anyway. By the way, just you guys don't have to drag the dice to the tower or to the window or whatever. You should just be able to, click on the. The only thing I've got hidden is skill checks, or not skill checks. Skill checks. Abilities, saves, all that stuff goes right out on the table, but just click it in your character sheet and it'll roll in the tower automatically.
Okay, I know I got mine to a hotkey. That was the problem. Okay.
But you do, maybe you catch some, and then maybe the snap of a twig or something. So all three of you guys had heard that.
Is there any piece of rock on the floor that I can grab, pebble or anything?
Oh, sure, you're in the
And
mountain.
all right, I'll grab a piece of rock and cast light on it and throw it in the direction where I heard the twig breaking.
All right, and light is 20, 40. Is that right? 20 feet bright, 40 feet dim.
I think so. Yes, that's it.
Okay. So just give me a ranged attack, Superby. Just roll it out there on the chat window. Okay.
Well, that's with my longbow, so
Yeah, you probably don't have
-3 probably.
Yeah, you probably don't have a. That's still good enough. You probably don't have a thrown weapon coded, do you? That would be a 15. You get it pretty close, and as you toss it back into the woods, you light it up, and you can see all four of them kind of peeking out behind trees and stuff and looking at you. And they look kind of startled, like, "Oh shit!" And they try to hide behind the trees and stuff.
Come out, come out.
We've seen you. You can
We
show
see
yourself.
You hear him kind of grumble a little bit, and then one of them steps out. Oh, hello there at the camp.
Hello.
He kind of starts walking forward, and he's got his hands held out to the side, not really over his head, but out to the side, like he's not reaching for his weapons or anything. And he starts to make his way forward, and then another one pops out behind the tree, and then eventually all four of them kind of make their way up to the fire. And the dwarf goes, "Oi, you don't look like orcs. You don't look like goblins. Except that one.
Hello.
Nah, he's a gnome.
Oh, he not be a gnome.
I'm a green gnome.
A green gnome. So you say, wiggling your ears.
Would you like a cup of tea now?
He cocks his head sideways, looks at you and says, no, we brought our own beverages. Like to share your fire if we can.
Feel free, my friends.
Sure, why not?
So two of them come up, get kind of close to the fire. The other two are kind of standing at the edge of the camp. All three of them look very alert, as they would. And the one that appears to be the leader, he looks at you guys and he says, "Now, what would you be doing up here in the mountains like this? Probably not a good place to be."
Well, apparently there's a great ski resort, like up on the mountains to the north, run by a big white fella. Kind of scaly. Yeah, you might know him. He goes by the Blizzard Lizard these days. Or Blizzard Lizard? Blizzard Lizard. It's a Blizzard Lizard. Anyway.
The two of them look at each other, the two that are up here by your fire, and one shrugs his shoulders at the other one. He says, "Nope, don't think I've heard of them."
Yeah.
You two at the back there, come up, come up.
They're a little bashful. Well, that one's bashful. The other one's sneezy.
Yeah, that'll be those allergies.
Must be the ragweed growing up here in the mountains.
Come up, warm yourself by the fire.
Well, the one that appears to be kind of the leader of the bunch, he turns around and looks at him and he nods his head, and the two of them get a little bit closer, but they're still a bit standoffish.
Now, hanging back like that is making me a bit anxious. And when I get anxious, Mr. Wachowski here gets anxious as well.
Mr. Wachowski. He looks at you, Wachowski, and he says, and again, you guys are seeking a ski resort. Will we be seeking orcs? Have you seen any?
No, actually. Not orcs.
So, what have you seen?
Oh, you know, this, that. Some birds, some bigger birds with scales. Might have seen a hobgoblin or two. Not really sure.
So it was you that butchered up the wyverns back there.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't recall.
And what about them hobgoblins?
Maybe they got into a disagreement over who got to go skiing first.
You got into a
You seem to be asking. You seem to be asking questions that you already know the answers to.
Well, one can't be too careful these days.
Is this guy stalling for an ambush? Does he look like he's just wasting our time?
Give me an insight check. Give me a second here. Where the hell they go? There we go. Wachowski, you don't really garner that he has any ill intent. He's just very suspicious.
Okay.
And he says, he asks you, he goes, is it okay that we go ahead and use your flames there? And the other one starts to pull a big shank of meat from this cloth he's got it wrapped up in.
Well, go ahead. Make yourselves comfortable.
And not really waiting for an answer, he begins kind of preparing a some kind of little rack thing that he's going to put this over the flames with. And the leader,
That's rude.
Rude. What's rude about it?
Not waiting for an answer.
Yeah, about tempted to take a bolt and shoot a thing of poison into that wyvern, into that steak.
Oh shit.
Let him chew on some wyvern poison. I'm gonna do it. Just thinking about it.
When you say that that's rude, and he says, "What's rude?" Not waiting for an answer, the leader of the group just kind of smiles at you and kind of holds his hands and shrugs his shoulders, like, sorry, maybe. And he says, "Well, we've been following you all the way from the valley. Looks like you've done some of our work for us. And if you don't mind, we'll just share the fire for the night. But we're going to be on ahead of you tomorrow."
And where are you coming from exactly? Since you come from the
And he tells you that they're from. I'm reading Venerick and Ren's comments over here. He basically tells you they're from Umoja Shell, the Dwarven Kingdom, and as they cook their meat shank and a couple hours wind on past, they start chowing on this thing, and he starts telling you stories. That they are just scouts. They've been sent out to scout the mountains, and in particular, they are supposed to report back. He also tells you that as they came through, or they left from Tumblestone, and they probably left, a day and a half behind you guys. He tells you that there was another attack, and basically it was a bunch of demons, orcs, hobgoblins, just a mixed hodgepodge of nastiness that attacked the village again, and once again they drove them back, and so that's what they're doing. They're just scouts.
Just scouting all the way up here.
All the way up here. Says it's not that far away. Are you not a mountain?
How did they catch us up?
Well, they didn't stop to heal themselves after a wyvern battle or a hobgoblin battle, or, they're dwarves and they're in the mountains. It's not hard, he tells you.
Well, make yourselves at home.
All right, so as the night passes on, unless you guys got something else to say to these guys, one of them will will be up keeping watch, as well as the rest of you. That was first watch, was it not?
Yes,
Yep.
that was first watch.
Okay. And I've already lost my table. There we go. All right, so do you guys still have the table pulled up? Who's on second watch?
Me and
Mokri.
Mokri.
All right, Ren, give me a roll on that table. All right, your watch passes, and then finally, whoever's on third watch, Kindle or Whack. All right, very good. The rest of the night passes. Next morning, the dwarves thank you for your hospitality. Start gathering their stuff together.
Are you going back to Tumblestone?
We'll spend another day or two in the mountains and work our way back to the west, then back south. Yes, we're going back to Tumblestone eventually.
All right, and for the moment, they are going in the same direction as us, or different.
It tells you they're going in the same direction. Probably. Depends on where the ski resort's at.
Well, we don't know. We are looking for it.
Well, if I knew what a ski resort was, I might be able to help you out. But since I don't ken what it is,
Basically, skiing is where you strap wooden boards to your feet and throw yourself down a mountain at death-defying speeds. And if you hit a tree, you'll get split in half.
oh, Ricky
Great
Ruin!
sport. Yes, that.
It's a little early to be Ricky Ruin down the mountains. Anyway, good luck to y'all. They pick up their stuff.
Take care now.
And you as well. May you live through your journey. And off they go.
They seemed nice enough.
I check my pockets.
Everything seems to be there.
Good.
All right, so I guess you guys are continuing on.
Yep. Did we manage a long rest?
Yeah, you managed a long rest. You got through the night. Do you need that, I guess?
Yes, please.
Oh, there it is. There's a long rest that lasts a long time.
Very good.
All right. So you guys continue on. You're making your way down the mountain face now, kind of into this valley. You might be able to make it down into the valley by nightfall. And Wachowski, how far out in front of the party are you scouting?
Well, pass without a trace is a 30-foot circle, so 30 foot, or what would it be, 15 feet? I don't know how circles work. Someone geometry for me.
No, it's a 30 feet radius.
Yeah, 30 feet across.
Ah.
Or 30 feet from, yeah.
From
this,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, so 30 feet out. Sorry.
Okay. So you're sticking pretty close to the party.
Well, if I go any further, then I'll lose the additional stealth. And despite having a pretty good mod and advantage, I don't really want to risk it when we're closing in on a dragon's sort of nest.
But you've probably got a ways to go. I mean, it's a distance across. You can see across this valley to those snow-covered peaks, and that one really tall peak.
Still too close for comfort now.
Well, there's all kinds of other nastiness in the mountains right now too. Just give me a stealth check to see how you're making your way along. Then,
What, all of us?
no, just Ren.
Stealth check.
Yeah. No.
My owl will be up in the air.
Okay, you're gonna send the owl up then.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So then, what is? Let me. I gotta look at something on Jeremy. Okay. And Wachowski or Did that really just trigger that?
No, it's just I had.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Has a
dear.
Yes.
has a word fart in it. Right.
Okay.
So you guys have to pause because suddenly half the party's not feeling good. Yeah, they're running from both ends, man. That wasn't a fart, that was a shart. Alright, so you have a passive perception of 19. Very good. I need a roll on random encounter table again, Wachowski. Alright, and Kendall.
Okay.
And finally, Morfra.
Which one? The mountains or the high altitude?
Oh, I got the wrong one up here, don't I? I'm sorry about that. It should not be the high altitude. We're not in high altitude yet.
There you go.
All right. So you make it through another day, and probably time to make camp. And the trail that you're on intersects with a wider path. I wouldn't really call it a road, but you can tell there's been a lot of traffic on this road lately. This path, it's widened out. A lot of the plants, foliage have all been stomped down. Uh, Looks like perhaps people with machetes or something has tried to clear some of the brush back out of the way. And you guys all have probably passive perceptions high enough to realize that there have been wheeled wagons or carts or something that have passed along this kind of pathway turned to roadway trail, really.
Would it look like some war machines were dragged on this path?
Looks like some pretty heavy shit. Very deep uh, wheel tracks. And this road that you intersect on, uh, it runs. You guys have been kind of traveling north by northeast. This one runs more northeast to southwest. So if you went to the northeast, if you turned to the southwest, you'd probably be heading in a more direct route to Tumblestone than if you went by the trail that you guys came by. Because don't forget, you ventured quite a ways east to go talk to the dwarf before you headed up in the mountains to the north.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's what you see. The sun is rapidly, it's descended beyond the mountains, and the light is quickly fading from the sky. What would you guys like to do? Keep moving, make camp?
Make
How
camp.
long do we have before we will have to make?
Well, I mean, you could probably push on into the darkness.
Do we know where we're going exactly? Or are we just following a path blindly?
No, he had.
We're
For the mountain.
Yeah, he told you to go to the crest of the next rise there and look far off into the distance, and he kind of pointed out, told you how to find the mountain peak that you were looking for. Can't remember exactly what was said, but I can go back here and.
Yeah, there was a ridge we had to cross, and then we were aiming for some peaks.
And if my owl went up into the air, it would know how far away that ridge would be in terms of days to travel.
You had first figured that it was, 4, 6, 7 days across there when you spotted the peak. When you crest the peak, look far to the north for a mountain crowned white where the clouds are born. That's what Crazy Dwarf told you. How you plan to get there is another matter, and perhaps you'll fall and bump some sense back into your heads. And there is one particular mountain that just stands, probably a couple thousand feet taller than the rest, looking ominous. And it's like a beacon.
That's where we're heading then.
So yeah, somewhat blindly. There's a mountain encounter. I do have to find my other table.
Kendall is trying to see if there's anything left by the main road around the crossing that would indicate what kind of party has traveled this road.
Lots of large booted feet. A lot of feet without boots. Long claws on the end of the toes. And the softer ground here and there.
What, moving the same way we are?
No. If you get to looking, most of them are moving to the southeast.
Looks like a war party intended to go and wreak havoc at Tumblestone.
Yeah, there's been hundreds of feet through here, and several different carts, wagons, whatever. It wouldn't be hard, knowing what's coming, especially with a survival check like that and a perception check like that, Kendall. You're like, yeah, they're moving siege equipment.
We are crossing a road where bad guys travel usually. Maybe we don't want to make camp right by this.
Fair enough, Mr. Kendall.
Let's push on, I don't know, half an hour maybe.
Try and set ourselves up for the night off the road.
I've had something weird going on here. Never mind. I was looking at my images and maps, and all of a sudden there was like 6 or 7 things in the list, and I've got the all group selected, and I'm like, where the hell's all my game tile warehouse maps and stuff? Well, I had actually done a search for something in the bottom. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what was that question, Morphrax? I mean, who asked me that? Whack?
I didn't ask any questions. I just said, shall we set ourselves up about half an hour off the road?
Yeah, that's my proposal. So that we are not right by the road if another war party goes.
Okay. So if you follow this road to the northeast just a little bit, you come to a rise, and the road begins to descend, probably into that large valley uh, that I had pointed out earlier. Uh, let's see. Here's the big valley, and you guys are kind of making your way. I would put you right about there. And where you're trying to get to is somewhere over there. And if you guys remember the last time, you probably don't, because I just now remember this myself. I had told you that looking down into this valley, you could see, numerous plumes of smoke from, quite the distance when you guys were up on that, the crest of the last rise that you came over. So it was obvious that this valley is full of, who knows, cabins, campfires, something.
So we're heading towards the A-hole.
The A-hole, yep. You're just about knee deep in the A-hole.
So can we still see the plumes of smoke coming from the bottom of the valley?
Not right now, because it's just damn near dark. And you're not as high as you were either. You've descended in elevation probably a couple thousand feet.
Let's find a nice secluded spot and set up our camp then.
Yeah, agree.
Okay. So you guys kind of travel off this main road, try to find a place where you can, get a good night's rest. So again, we'll go back to setting up watches, and Morphrax and his owl would be first.
Yep.
Give me a roll on that spoon. Okay.
Not this time.
And Mokri or Wachowski. Okay, and third watch, Kindle or Whack. All right. And the night passes.
I'd just like to say you all suck.
The next day, you guys set out, I'm assuming, and you guys can stop me at any time you want to and tell me you want to do something else. I'm just assuming that you're going to continue pushing toward your destination.
Yep.
Okay. So the next day, marching order, I've got more fracks up front. I'm going to rearrange some people here. We actually have
I
five.
got my owl up ahead.
Okay. And by the way, what's the range on a familiar, or whatever he is to you?
Yeah, is good.
How much, Spoon?
Within 100 feet of me, he can be. And then he has a vision of a further dark vision of a further 120 feet.
Well, 120 feet, in my opinion, is not shit for an owl or any other bird, especially a bird like that. In Pathfinder, Bunny let us know that, I think, Ren, correct me wrong, did she say it was a mile? We talked about this last Saturday, I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's
sure
not in
it's-
my notes. It's not in my brain.
I would like to see airborne familiars, or any familiar for that matter, have a bit more. I think a mile's a bit much, but 100 feet's way too short. So, quarter mile. Let's say 2,000 feet, something like that.
Okay.
So that's a house rule. You might want to note that in your character sheet somewhere, Spoon.
I will do, yeah, because I can't actually change the NPC sheet, which is a bit of a shame.
Right. Well, I can. Let's see. I don't know where I'd put that.
By the senses, just where it says dark vision, 120 feet.
Well, not dark vision. His dark vision doesn't change. But how?
No, but next to it, you could add to it, couldn't you? Next to it on the
Oh, yeah, I
senses.
And is it a familiar? Because you're an Eldritch
Yes.
Knight? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I can swap out spells as I went up a level. I got rid of one first level spell and replaced it.
There we go. So I put familiar range 2,000 feet. Okay.
Fantastic.
All right. So, a third of a mile, something like that. He can range out. You can keep connected to it. Spot a bug on the back of a mouse at 120 feet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that an owl could spot a bug on the back of a mouse at 120 feet. So, anyway, okay. So you guys continue on the next day. And are you going back to this main road, or do you want to survey the valley? I mean, there's some different points you could probably climb to and get a better look down into this valley if you wanted to.
Well, I suppose my owl will have a look at whether the road is being used by any other creature or humans or whatever from where he is.
All right, so you send your owl out to
decision.
you send your owl out to range, and he gets a good look at the valley in the distance, and it looks like a lot of destruction. There's been trees cut down, big piles of brush burning all over the place. You see humanoids everywhere, orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, a couple of trolls, ogres, scattered everywhere. Humans, half-elves. They do seem to be somewhat segregated, probably self-imposed. And you can see that the road that you're on actually forks ahead, and part of it goes on down into the valley, and then part of it turns more towards the east, or I'm sorry, to other east, towards the west, and kind of goes up into above the snow line. And up there above the snow line are a couple of more fires that are burning up on the side of this mountain. And it is this other trail that, number one, looks like you could probably circumvent the valley by taking this thing, but you're going to have to climb and probably up above the snow line and come around to that direction if you still have the map open.
Okay.
Hmm?
So I'll recount that to the rest of them. I reckon, guys.
And maybe make your way like that.
Yeah, good plan.
Okay, let's do that.
And the square kind of looks like your destination.
Okay.
Okay.
How many days travel do you reckon that might be? Just to get to the end of the third hour.
By getting to where you're at, I mean, if you could go straight through this valley. Actually, I put the square in the wrong place, so it's not going to be that long.
Oh right. Okay. All right. Okay. If we get to the square, then yes.
Right. So it's, I mean, all in all, since you started, by the time you get there, you're probably looking at a week and a half. Now, you've already been on the road for, 3 or 4 days now? So, depending on how carefully you have to slip around here, I mean, you may have another 5-6 days ahead of you. Just depends on the kind of, time travel it takes here. So you could either proceed or you could try to blaze your own trail. But right now there's a trail going down through the middle of that valley, and then there's one that kind of goes up and around to the west.
Let's go up and around.
Yeah, don't really want to be mixed up in the middle of hundreds of orc camps.
All right. So you guys make your way, kind of staying off the main trail here, 100 feet or so, and you come to this other more narrow trail that goes up and to the right, and you can see that there's been several carts and things pushed this direction. And you start up this trail, and you're coming to more and more evergreens, so pine trees, fir trees that have been chopped and cut down. And Morphrax, eventually your owl makes a sweep, and he sees, where those fires were putting off smoke on this mountainside up above the snow line. He gets close enough, he gets a good look, and it obviously looks like, it's quite obvious to you that they're building siege engines up here in this camp out of all these evergreens that have been cut down. Now, you could see the same thing in the valley below, but what's most important is that you see about a half a mile ahead of you a large party of humanoids that are moving, like a catapult or a trebuchet toward you.
Okay. Why would they be building siege engines on top of a mountain?
Probably because of this timber up here. It's not really on top of a mountain.
Okay. It's on the ridge.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A large party meaning several dozens or 2 dozen?
Well, let's see, just what does it mean? Oh, 15, 20.
Okay. What do we want to do? Avoid them or?
Kill them all?
We can't actually see anything, can we?
No,
We can't see any.
Al's seen all these.
Oh, they can actually see all these creatures, or just where they were.
No, he can see these creatures coming toward you, pushing some big piece of siege machinery through the owl's eyes.
Let's set up an ambush then.
Yeah, do we have enough cover?
There's rocks. There's some smaller brush, but yeah, there's a lot of taller pines and fir trees and things growing on the mountainside. A lot of them have been cut down, but because of such, they've been felled, and then the branches trimmed off the main logs and things. And there's piles of branches and brush laying everywhere. It looks like there's not been much. This wasn't some skilled foresters that came in and cut this shit down. It's a bunch of orcs and hobgoblins and whatnot. They just made a mess of everything. So you've got ample places that you could. Matter of fact, let's do this. I'm gonna have to redo the token for Jeremy Spoon. He's hard to see on some of these maps. So this is what you see coming towards you.
Oh,
Yeah, how about maybe we do not ambush that?
But we owe it to Tumblestone to try and stop them.
Well, I mean, Tumblestone has wolves-ish. They'll be fine.
look, Mockery's dying to throw his fireballs at them.
I can barely control the little fella.
Yeah.
So, Kendall's doing some measurements here. He's got his compass and his ruler and his charts out. He's drawing circles.
Do we want to hide and let them go past, or do we want to hide to ambush them?
Well, I think if we do ambush them, my best bet is putting a wall of thorns around those giants, keeping them away from us as long as possible.
Kill off the silly bugger, the little buggers. Orc War Chief looks a bit nasty as well.
Yeah, I've, as someone who's been out and taken 3 of those guys on my own, I can tell you that they'll be far easier to drop than the giants. So we need to get rid of them.
Yeah. Only thing is that the wall of thorns, when put in a circle shape, is only 20 feet diameter.
It's enough for the giants.
That's a
Yeah,
40 foot
that's
diameter.
enough. You're right.
That's a 40-foot diameter. You sure it's not 20 foot? Is there something strange about one of these?
Yeah, this is 20-foot radius.
Okay.
So the circle would be half that. Well, half the diameter of that. It would be a 10 feet radius. And otherwise, as a linear wall, it would be 60 feet.
Still fits them both.
Yeah, okay. Can do that.
I could transmute rock to mud if it's rocky ground.
Wait, you sure that would be a 20-foot radius? Because fireball's a 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, this one is 20-foot diameter.
Which would make fireball tiny.
Choose to make the wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter and is up to 20 feet high and still 5 feet.
Oh, diameter.
Yeah, fireball's 20-foot radius.
Yeah. Sorry. But as Furby said radius before, so I was confused. But he might have been talking about the circle that I drew. Never mind. Moving on.
Let's do it then. Take up our spots and set up our ambush.
Still need to get as far away as possible. Because those giants are they got long legs. Should put it that way.
But if Mr. Kendall's going to surround him in thorns, we'll be okay.
It'll hurt them, but they can still walk through it, I guess. Because we've seen guys do that before.
I've got a little surprise for them if they come too close.
I remember the orc war chief. The ones we encountered before, they were rather inspiring for their boy.
Yeah, they had that whole scream deal and everybody charged. So I'm thinking we should get up north around there.
What if we transmuted? That's rock. I can transmute the rock to mud, and that will make them. Oh, this, yeah. Train them. 40-foot cube.
Okay, so wall of wall of thorns, fireball, pick off the stragglers, and keep out of reach of the damn giants.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Why don't you guys first of all put yourselves where you're at, because you've kind of you slipped up in here where the trail starts to go back up and starts to cross into the snow line on this what is, it says this is a transitional meander. I can't remember what Chris calls these. This is Chris McDermott Game Tile Warehouse map. But it's a transitional map. So yeah, so there's a snow line here. It's probably exaggerated a little bit on the map, but all right. So we're gonna roll initiative first. I believe it's everybody. All right. Kendall, we're going to come to you.
Okay.
And I wasn't watching all this planning and plotting you guys were just doing, so if I missed something, then.
So we'll start with a little wall of thorns, which will be positioned in that blue circle, and so I think the guys in it will begin to have their saving throws when their turn begins.
Okay. And you're going to throw that right now?
Yeah, I just set it up now, and that is a bonus action. So at the same time, I'm going to cast Bless. Oh shit, we're too far away. So at the same time, I won't do anything, and that's going to be my turn for the beginning of this combat.
Okay, so you guys, some of you, maybe Mokri, Whack, might be close enough, but you're very aware that Kendall has started the encounter, and you see this ring of thorns spring up around these two hill giants, or begin to come up out of the ground. As this happens, of course, kind of spooks everybody else. And this orc, not sure what's going on, needs to roll a perception check. Which, how come his stat block isn't working? Huh. Oh well. Oh, because I'm looking at the census. Yeah. That's what I thought. All right, so to see what the hell's going on, grunting in his orc speak. And one of these very large, you guys have seen these things before, these half orcs, half orc, half ogre. Yeah, he's like, huh? Jeremy.
Jeremy's just going to help. Give me help.
He's going to aid you. Okay. Whack.
Right, I'm going to slip to the south. And try and do it unseen, if I can.
Okay, give me a stealth roll, which, yeah, okay. Now you're just a straight up cleric, right? But he's a goblin, so he's got some tricks.
Yes. That one.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. I need you to roll that again because you are no longer. Well, no, you don't. Yeah, because you rolled an advantage. You were outside the pass without trace.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to matter, though, because you still rolled a 17. Plus whatever your normal dex bonus is. Okay, so you got up in there, and again, Whack, what exactly did you do? You just kind of slipped up in there, and what?
I just slipped down to the south and hid in those bushes.
Okay.
And that's all I'm doing, just staying quietly hiding there.
This one stops, hearing these giants let out this roar, and this other orc go, "What the heck?" And he turns around. It's just this one up front here. Now, why did I roll that twice? He turns around and he looks at the hill giant. And then he stops and looks back over his shoulder again and turns and faces this way. And he's looking all through these trees and all around him because he's not quite sure what's going on. The orc war chief, plowing through his troops, and begins hollering commands out in the orc tongue.
What does he say?
Get your lordy asses in line.
Okay.
You in the back. Circle to the north. And I just lost my damn. There we go. Oh. Alright, I need everybody to give me their stealth rolls. Except for Whack.
Do you use stealth passively? Because even without rolling, 10
I do.
plus my 10 plus my modifier plus pass without a trace, I'm at a 30 without rolling.
And you're up there. Let's see.
I mean,
You
I'll roll
don't have
anyway,
a pass.
but Oh, is possibility trace not up?
Yeah, because it is, but
It is for you two.
It is you're out of range.
No, he's right beside more. Oh, yeah, it's Kendall that's got past without trace.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, from the hot bar.
That's all right. Rennie does not see you. Mokri, I guess he just kind of stands up back here and starts casting his fireball or whatever he's going to do because the orc chief looks straight at him. And he hollers to get them. They're in the trees. And okay. I think you guys are lucky. I don't think the Giants are 50%. Either one of them are 50% in his circle. He is going to use Battle Cry. But it's kind of stupid because I really don't have an effect on them, so damn it. How am I going to do that? Give me just a second, guys. I've got to load something up because I think Rob Tui's got something programmed that just grants advantage in the conditions in effect. There we go. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, shit, I guess there's nothing for it but to do this.
Beware the grant advantage attack will grant advantage to the opponents of those who receive the effect.
Oh, crap, you're right, Z.
It will be at ADV 80k.
Yeah, I just as he said that, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right.
Damn it, Z.
I do wish there was a better way of managing large encounters.
You've got an advantage attack effect in the effects list.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Oh, because I typed grant advantage.
Yes, you must not put the grant.
There we go. And that's only good until the Orc Chief's next turn. And that's his action. And so we come to Raider 20. There he is. And he will use his Orc aggressiveness. And run forward. This one, those two over there. 17. Kowski. He does not see you guys. And he runs forward. All right. Doesn't see shit. But he's moving forward. Oh. And he spotted Mokri. And he's heading that direction. Damn, too many work. Yeah. He's just looking for a fight. Hill Giant needs a saving throw, Z.
Okay. Have to move the map. Oh, all right. That's going to hurt. The first piercing damage.
Oh, he failed. Oh! You guys hear just a roar from this giant. And he failed his saving throw. Is there any way that he can try to break free, or was that it?
A creature can move through the wall, but slowly and painfully for every foot. It must spend 4 feet of movement. And the first time the creature enters the wall or on a turn or end its turn there, it must make a dex saving throw, taking 7d8 slashing on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
Okay, well, he's going to try to get out of here. And all he really has to do is kind of step to that point.
Yeah. Okay, and so he will have another dex save.
Oh.
And he will take slash.
So he just powers his way through here. Blood starts pouring out of his shoulders and his arms. And he reaches down and starts to pick up a large stone at his feet. Wachowski.
So we'd seen these guys coming from a fair ways away, right?
Yes.
With between. Okay, so it's. I completely forgot to mention it, but would I have been allowed to dip some of my bolts in Wyvern poison? Because if they're, I was saving them for the dragon, but the giants are big enough that they would warrant it.
You know, you could. I mean, you're basically going to open one of these flasks, lay some of your bolts on the ground, and start pouring the wyvern poison over the top of it. And are you an alchemist? You're not, are you?
I'm not, but I could just dip the bolts inside the flask.
Well, except I doubt you can get the arrowhead, the bolt head, into the top of the bottle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Who had the
Well,
clay
in that
bottles
case,
anyway?
That would be me.
whack.
Yeah. So, and I had mentioned this. I actually watched that in the part of last session's video that I told you guys how you put it in the, you would have to pour it over your weapons or whatever, and out of these bottles. So, but you're still going to have the same amount of doses. What I tell you is 13 doses or 26 arrows.
Oh, I don't know. I've got them. What is it? Yeah, 26 bolts, 13 blade.
Right.
One or the other, but I'm probably never going to use them on a blade.
Okay, so you're going to pour some of this over some of your bolts.
Yeah, just in preparation. I would have done 5 bolts.
Okay, 5 bolts. So tick off 5 of your doses.
Yeah, so I'm going to creep forward just so I'm... Oh, bloody hell. What was that? Going to creep forward just so I'm within my short crossbow range of the giant.
Okay.
I have to go a little further forward. And then I'm assuming I'm still... Am I still hidden with the 29, or do you want me to roll again?
Now that you've moved, I want you to roll again. And let me go back up to, yeah, he's not going to see you. He's turning his head left and right as he's picking up this rock.
All right, so I'm going to shoot the giant against my better judgment.
Pew pew.
With one of the wyvern poison bolts.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay.
You shouldn't have done that, little man.
Okay, so sneak attack. And now the poison. Oh, he succeeds on the con. Takes 12 damage instead of 25.
Giant's not having a good day. He's twisting left and right. As a matter of fact, he stands up and begins flailing. And we gotta find these guys. He ducks. And when you shoot him with this bolt, he lets out a roar and stands up and starts swinging his arms side to side with this club that he's carrying in his left hand as he was trying to pick this rock up. And poor Orc Raider number 7 couldn't get out of the way. And he'll take an accidental. Oh shit. The orc that's standing behind the giant, as you stick him with this arrow, he starts swinging around and his club catches this orc right in the head. And you see his head cave in. Blood splatters everywhere and he drops to the ground.
Nice.
But
Okay, so I will use I think, 5 feet of my movement, and then bonus action hide.
Good old rogue. Bonus action hide. All right. Okay. That's still pretty good even without the pass without trace. All right, Wachowski. Oh. Morphrax, Demon Slayer.
Okay, what's the ground like where the hill giants and the orc war chief is standing? Is that rocky ground? Would you class that?
I would class it as rocks with grass growing up through it.
Okay, so I could transmute rock to mud.
You could. Where the giants are.
It's a 40-foot square.
Okay.
40-foot cube. Actually, a 40-foot cube. Okay, and they have to make a strength saving throw. And fail, there will be. I'm sure the hill giants will make it. Maybe not.
Can you select them and just have a click to save?
I will do.
Cool.
So I'll do that.
Yeah, you could probably use your little select target tool. Auto fail. Oh, because the one's dead. Yep. Matter of fact, I'll pull him off there.
So the hill giant 14 failed. Yep. That's restrained. (16) was sex. Orc war chief.
Oh, you got the Orc War Chief and the Giant. Well, I think he succeeded on the important ones.
I think that's it, isn't it? 3 failures.
You got
And
7, but he was dead.
yeah. So I think that was it, wasn't
Yep.
it? So,
17.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And they're going to move. It will cost them 4 feet. Each foot will cost them 4 feet of movement.
Just like
And
moving
when
through the
cars
wall
are
of thorns.
Yeah, a creature must also make the saving throw when it moves into the area or when it ends. On a failed save, a creature sinks into the mud and is restrained, though it can use an action to end the restrained condition on itself by pulling itself free of the mud.
Okay. Nicely done, Morphrax.
Okay, and that's one charge of my Ring of Command Earth.
All right, and this guy. Makes a mad dash forward. Because he definitely has some targets now. Mokri, Weaver of Fire.
Mokri's going to do what Mokri does and starts casting Fireball. Right there.
Right there. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, now you've got to do the Mokri voice and stuff when you do this.
That's one accent I can't do. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Nice rolls.
No shit. All right. Let me thankfully and graciously farthings and fire. Oh my. Thin the combat trackers. Yeah. Goodbye. So
nice.
now, I think the fireball it's just like a flash of fire and it's gone, unless it has stuff to consume. Now, this area is kind of damp because melted snow and green foliage and stuff. So there's little fires here and there, but it's not like you can't pass through there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Does that fireball keep burning for a round or what? Is it just gone?
It ignites. Oh no, the actual fireball itself goes, but anything flammable ignites that isn't worn or carried.
Okay. So you've got the edges of these trees, like oh, we'll say it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the edges of those trees are on fire. So Whack, you're kind of behind the flames right now. All right. Well done.
As the explosion goes off, Mokri's going to run and try and use it as cover, if he can.
Okay. Where's he running to?
Up into them trees there.
All right. He does not have a bonus action hide or anything like that. So right now you're pretty
No.
well exposed, but you might be safe for a while.
Okay.
Okay, this half ogre. Let's see. First, is he smart enough? Who put Morphrax? Roll me a. Actually, roll me a. Ah, shit.
What?
Just roll me a d20. I just need something to contest this. Oh, no problem. All right, he sees the orc chief kind of sink to his knees in the mud. The catapult, or the trebuchet, I think that's a catapult.
I shoot that would sink as well.
Yeah, it is sinking in the mud, and so is the giant. This half ogre kind of sees what's going. Too far, he'll make it to there. He runs forward, and I don't know if the spear has range. What's the range of a spear? $20-60 feet. He's not going to have any targets. So that's about all that he can do, except. Okay. And this guy. He also sees the mud. And makes his way around this direction. And Morphrax, okay, you already cast Transmute Mud. You have exposed yourself. So he's just going to chuck a spear at you.
How far away is it?
He's going to have to do that at disadvantage. He did not do that at disadvantage. What happened?
X advantage and disadvantage. Why is it?
Well, now what in the hell?
I
because
think
he's
he
got.
had the
Oh, he
advantage
had-
from
Okay.
the war sheet.
Yeah. So he
So
did.
the
The first one did hit.
Okay,
Basically cancels each other out.
no problem.
And a spear, he just hurls a spear straight at you. And you try to turn out of the way, but it catches you on the side of the shoulder and glances off, bounces off into the undergrowth. He is restrained, and he really can't move other than to try to get through this wall. But I don't think he's going to be smart enough to figure that out.
First, he will take some piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not smart enough to figure that out for sure. And
then, if he ends his turn in contact with the wall, he will then have another dex save. So, as you wish, Mr.
okay, so well, he's not smart enough to know it. So 80 feet. He's got a total of 80 feet of movement using his action to dash, basically. And for every, how thick is that wall of thorns? 5 feet.
No, he can't. He's restrained though, so he's in the mud. He's got to use his action to get out of it.
Oh, so he can't. So the wall of thorns is 5 feet. So he'll use his action to try to get out of that mud.
Which he can. That will pull himself free, but that's his action. Nothing else.
Okay, so it'll pull himself free, but he's still got his movement, and it takes for every 5 feet of movement 4 feet. So that's 6.
4 for 1.
Right.
Every feet.
Yeah,
cost
4 for 1. So he needs to get 5 feet through this. That's 20 feet of movement. That's get.
But first, he has to
Yes.
get unrestrained.
I've unrestrained him.
Yeah, he climbed out. He's unrestrained. Okay. We'll just put him there in the middle. Okay, so Furby, roll his save and damage again for trying to fight his way through this wall of thorns. He failed, which is not good. He's thrashing and trying to get out. Okay, that. To there. This guy. He doesn't see the mud either. Or he does not see that mud, fails. And comes running forward and hits the transmuted stone. Morphrax.
Okay, hold on then.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Failed.
All right, and he doesn't have anybody in range. We're at the top of round 2. This guy is restrained. Where's he? He's right there. So he's going to use his action to pull himself up. And when he does, is he smart enough to know not to run up there? Yeah. So he'll move to here and begin to take his great axe. He does not have the advantage attacks. This guy. Will run forward and with a javelin. Let me see if he can even see what. Well, you took an action, didn't you, Wack?
Yep, to hide.
Oh, you took an action to hide. Then he probably can't see you. Now, a hide action, can that be contested?
It's perception.
Right. And what was your...
I don't know. It was hidden.
Okay. Well, I don't think it matters. Because that's a crit. And you need a little damage anyway, Wack. I can just tell.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hit. With pretty minimal damage. Kendall!
Kendall is going to move 10 feet in that direction under the cover of the bush to bring more people into the 30-feet radius around him, giving them the cover of the pass without trace. But I can't move the circle. I can draw one of with my own color if you want.
There you go. I like it better. Too many red circles and squares and stuff.
So pass without trace is done. And then he's going to cast Guardian of Faith, which has a range of 30 feet. So I will locate my Guardian right here.
Okay.
And this is a large Guardian. A large spectral Guardian appears and hovers for the duration in a space of my choice within range. He's indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield and blazon with the symbol of my deity.
You said he's
And
giant?
any creature... he's a large spectral giant, guardian.
Okay.
Any creature hostile to me, moving within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn, dex saving throw, 20 radiant damage on a fail, half as much on a successful saving throw. And he will vanish after he deals 60 hit points of damage. So that's my main action.
That's your new toy. Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will invoke a spiritual weapon. So the range is 60 And I will invoke a spiritual hammer here. And I will say hello to Mr. Hill Giant 60.
Hi.
Here you are, Mr. Giant.
Yeah, he didn't like
And
that.
that's my turn.
He doesn't like your friend. All right. Okay. Okay, so he saw it. Runs around, and it's about all he can do. Just make sure that he doesn't have. So, damn you guys, all my advantage attacks are not to do much of anything. Need to make sure I pull those off as I go. Okay. And we come to Jeremy.
He's just going to carry on helping me.
Okay. Wow.
Right. Oh, I'm going to be sick, I think. Right, wax the little form in the bushes that the orc threw the spear at is going to stretch and grow, and I'm going to cast polymorph onto myself and turn into a giant ape.
A giant ape. Holy shit. I'm going to have to get that one click. I wonder if that'll work for anything. Or just
It
druids.
does.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to have to get that. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a note right now.
Is this another extension?
Yeah. I just got the extended version of it, which brings in all the other potential possible.
The extended version? What do you mean, Spoon?
Well, there's a basic version which I think just picks up from the player's handbook, and then there's a expanded version where every book is picked up, so every wild shape is available.
We'll have to go with the every wild shape for sure. I'll work on that for you, Martok.
Okay, I haven't got the stat block for the giant ape, but I know
Okay.
it's CR7, which is the same as my level, which allows me to turn into it.
How's that?
Yep, got it. Thanks.
We're just going to blow your token up rather than swap tokens
Okay.
out and stuff.
Right, now that I'm a giant ape, I can move 40 feet. So I shall move there, use half my movement to get to that orc, and make a fist attack at him.
Okay, so that I understand this, the transition to the giant ape is a bonus action? or an innate.
Oh, hang
ability.
on, no. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. No, it's an action to turn into it. So yeah, I just move there and stop. That's it.
Okay, you do want to move forward.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Giant Ape.
And,
Okay.
and that's it. That's me.
All right. Weirdly done. Orc Chief must use his action to try to pull himself free, and he will do that immediately. He's got all these targets. What the hell? He'll pull himself back out of the rock, the mud. Which he'll go to there. This guy should not have advantage. But seeing the Spirit Guardian, can that thing be attacked as a Furby? It doesn't matter. The orc probably doesn't know that, but just for my curiosity.
Sorry?
Does this thing have a certain number of hit points? It doesn't, does it?
My guardian, he does not have hit points, but it will disappear after it deals 60 HP of damage.
Well, my dilemma is, would the orc see it? Would he think it's an attackable target? So I'm not sure about that.
Let me... Here is the description in the chat. It's spectral.
So he might not even see it. Let me see here. Appears and hovers. But it's a specter, so it might scare the shit out of him. Okay, so first of all, I want to see if it scares this guy. Is he afraid of the Spectral Guardian?
Better be.
I don't know, would that be a constitute or a Christmas save, maybe?
Wisdom?
Wisdom, probably. Okay.
For fear and things like that.
Yeah, roll me a d20 out there, Z. Yeah, Christmas save, Vino. Christmas save.
I don't see it rolling in the chat. I will re-roll.
There we go. Yeah, he is not liking that Spirit Guardian. He's very large ape. Now, am I attacking the ape? Whack? Is this kind of like a druid that you'll revert when you drop to 0 hit points?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So I actually need that giant ape. Can you drop that stat block onto the chat window so I make sure I got the right one out there? Because I've got like 3 or 4 giant apes listed.
No, I can't.
Okay.
It won't allow me.
Okay. All right. I can do. I think I pulled it from the monster manual. All right. So, I think I am going to switch that out. Move him over there. Because it makes sense to do it that way now.
Okay.
There we go. All right. And with the great axe. I thought these guys had multi-attack, but they don't. All right. Total miss. And this guy, you rolled a 17 on that. Let's see if he's afraid of it. He is not. Let's see if he is intelligent enough to stay away from it with a... Yeah, I'm going to set that DC pretty high. 15. Or whatever he is. And tries to attack it and realizes that he can't.
And he fails his saving throw. And takes 20 damage.
And I think that did him in. It did. All right, Hill Giant 16, who is now free and mobile.
I think his bollocks are still in the thorn.
Z, it's hilarious when you try to use those British words. Your what do you call that? Your Frenchglish?
Yes.
Frenglish?
Anglaise. Anglaise.
Anglaise. That's great.
All right.
You're right. It does speed things up a lot, Ren. Using physical dice. I got a sack of them right over there. I guess I could pull them out, but they're my crit dice. You guys wouldn't like it. I'd be critting everything on you. All right. So Giant 16 down. Wachowski.
Ooh, giant dead. Then I will.
Sorry, I didn't see you moving there.
Was I pressing the control key instead of the shift key?
Probably.
I was going to move forward, bonus action hide, and then shoot with the half ogre.
Okay. And that is a hit. Although I don't think you had him targeted.
No, that was stealth to make
that
sure
was
I'm
your
hidden.
stealth. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're hidden. I'm not even going to make you roll when you're inside the pass without trace circle. It's ridiculous, yep.
Oh, wow. Still missed anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, and because crossbow loading, not a crossbow expert, so I can't use my bonus action attack.
You already used your bonus action to hide.
Yep, which is why I hid in the first place. Yeah.
And you missed, so you're still hidden, probably.
One would hope. I'm gonna go make a phone call because I'm not sure whether I'm gonna have to dip or not now. But
Okay.
I'll come back and let you guys know.
Sounds good, Brand. Hello, Duff. What's going on, buddy?
Okay.
All right, more fracs. Good afternoon.
I'm going to go there.
You're making yourself known. You want to keep Jeremy with you?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's helping me.
Yeah, I figured.
My first attack. I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame.
And swing my great axe at the half oak.
Yes, you do.
That should have been
Big chopper.
That should have been at advantage because of the help, but I'll just roll again. To
Yeah,
see if
roll
I get a
again, see
crit.
if you crit. Nope.
Oh,
It was meant to be.
consistent, though.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay, I will then swing the axe. Then comes down on that half ogre. As 17 points of damage.
He doesn't like you. You're not making
Green
friends.
flame. Yeah, the green flame blade will also swing down and do another 4 points of fire damage. And that poor little orc raider will also have shooting flames shoot across within 5 feet of it. Will do 6 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like you either.
Okay, my second attack. Obviously, I
that's
don't
a
get
hit.
the this time. Oh, peanuts. And because I now have war magic, I can use a bonus action to do a third attack if I cast a cantrip in my action.
So the green flame blade, is that not
That's a
bonus?
cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's part of an action.
It's
So
part of an action. See, I'm
yeah,
confused.
as part of the action, as part of the action used to cast this spell, you must make a melee attack. So it's one action. So I cast a cantrip in my action, and then my war magic says, beginning at 7th level, when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
I shall now do.
That's very complicated, but it makes sense, I think.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay. No.
Ah, a miss. So I will then use. Let's just check. Yep, I shall use action search. Ah,
Man.
and I will then use green flame blade on my last action. Oh, you're joking me. I'm going to use my. No. Okay, that's me done.
What was that? What was that last great axe attack? The last
A miss.
Yeah, but
15.
I mean, how did you get that last great axe attack? Because if I'm counting right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks.
Yeah. I should have got.
Doesn't matter. You missed on 3 of them. But
1, 2, 5, and then my action surge. Yeah. Hold on. No, I've only done 5 attacks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've ever seen a build that gets 5 attacks before. So you're shocking me, Spoon, is what's going on. I'm just like, what the hell?
So that's okay. Sorry.
Yeah, Rin.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip out. So someone else run Wachowski and don't die.
I got it.
I've got 4 more bolts that are dipped in wyvern poison. That's 4. Okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you.
All right.
Okay.
Ta-da, mate.
Take care.
All right, man.
Bye.
Okay.
See you, buddy.
See you, Ray.
So a fighter gets 2 attacks per.
Right, 2 attacks, and one of them was your as part of that action. Well, you get 2 attacks for the action, okay, and one of them is green. You cast a cantrip, green flame blade. So that's all part of it. Yeah, so that's 3 rolls of 3 rolls of attack there, and then what? Then you used action surge as a 4th roll of attack.
No. No. So you get one attack. Green Flame Blade is the spell. If you hit, you then do damage of Green Flame. You don't roll then. You then, because I got War Magic, I can now use my bonus action to have another attack.
That's where it comes in. Okay.
Yeah, and then my action surge gave me 2 more attacks.
And action surge is not a bonus action; it is just a thing that you do.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm as clear as mud on that now.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. Okay, Spoon. Wasn't doubting you. I just wanted to understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
For my 17th action, I'll scratch my ass. Yes. Kendall, great response. Where are we at? We're at track narrator 4. He's over here. Nope. So I'll just run here and gang up on. Too bad these guys don't have pack tactics. Wait a minute. What did he? He shouldn't have had that.
It's because you've still got the war cry thing on him.
Yep. It's the wrong one, not targets. Effect. And let's see. Dropped to 5, so it could. Who knows what it was? We'll have to do it again. Oh. Yeah, I like that. And so he gets into your 8 pretty good with his great. And Mokri.
Mokri's going to do what Mokri does. Again. Where, though, I don't know.
Let's Spoon or Kindle one take Wachowski. Since Bartok's already running 2 characters plus the NPC. Okay. All right, so do what Mokri does.
Mokri's going to explode a fireball in the area there.
Around the giant?
Yeah.
Who fails.
And that's him. He'll just stay there.
I expected to hear some death sounds there, but no. All right. Fireball. This one. Seeing this thing kill his buddy. We need to know if he is smart enough to leave it alone. He's not.
Come on.
And he runs right up at this spectral guardian. Come on, he says.
Oh, what did I do? That was not the...
Yeah, apply the Guardian of Faith to him.
Yeah, he's now concentrating.
He failed.
All right. That's too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad. These guys are tough, man. All right. Well, this thing hits him, and he is going to. He does have. So how would we do that? Yeah, he he'll take one attack at it, which will do him absolutely no good, and realize that he cannot hit this thing. But he's not gonna pull away just yet, I don't think. I'm gonna do. Yeah, he is smart enough to know that. 30. Right towards Morphrax. This one with, what was that? Okay, with Morphrax in front of him.
He's still got the advantage attack on him.
He does. I'm taking that off now. I thought I caught all those guys last time through. Alright, with his great axe. He swings. And swing and a miss. And with a backhand with the axe. He hits. And he connects with you, Morphrax, with this great axe right into your side. You kind of try to block it, but it bites into the meat. And this guy. Oh. He sees a target. And he gets 2 attacks with a great club. Actually, he didn't even have to move that close. First one's a hit. The second one is a hit. And damn, that great ape's got a lot of... Holy shit. So the giant comes bashing on this great ape with giant ape with his club. Doesn't seem to do much to the ape though. You guys might be able to survive a dragon fight. I don't know. You're getting pretty tough. Alright. This guy. What happened to our mud? Is it gone now?
Nope, still there.
We lost the square.
Yeah, he's still in the 40-foot square cube. He'll have to use his turn to get out if he wants. Or his action.
He'll use his turn to get that way. And continue there. Wait a minute, I guess I could have chucked a... No, he used his action. Okay, giant ape.
No, he doesn't get a go, it's me. It's whack.
That's right. So you're attacking as the giant ape though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't get a go. So I just put him on the tracker for... Okay. This guy steps forward. Right at you there, old Morphrax. With one great axe attack, and he hit. Not very much damage. You can take about 10 or 12 more of those. You think?
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, he says. Great axe to the giant. And hit. Damn, it'll take a lot to whittle him down. All right, Scarface Robin Kindlehood.
Okay. Before I forget, you can clean the effects that you have on the last Orc Raider in the combat tracker, I think.
Last Orc Raider. Grand advantage attack. Yep.
I'm going to move my spiritual weapon to attack Orc Raider 20 in front of Morphrax.
Okay. That's hit.
Going to hit. And it's not enough.
Not enough.
That was my bonus action. How about in that area? Are they still raging? Can I see through them, the group of guys attacking the giant ape?
Yeah, again, like I mentioned, the ground here is very damp from, snow melt and things. And these trees, which this looks more like a jungle setting, it's not. Uh, they kind of flamed up a little bit, but it's not like there's a raging forest fire. You see little spots of flames on the ground. Matter of fact, we can probably clear it. It's not going to hurt anybody. So yeah,
All right.
you can see through that.
Okay. So I'm going to move probably 15 feet in that direction. And I'm going to... Yeah, he's the only one who can be in range. All right, I'm going to just do a little guiding bolt on Hill Giant 14.
Wow.
Aha!
And as a good friend of mine said, my poor little giant.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with myself.
I bet you are.
All right, and that will be my turn.
This guy, no effects on him. And that will definitely give him some flank. And he brings his great axe up over his shoulder, down, and he hits. And cleaves into the ape. And swings back the other direction. Hits again.
It's got a lot of hit points, but shit for AC.
Yeah, he's got a lot of freaking hit points, though. I've seen dragons with not that many hit points. I can see I'm going to have to tweak this game. Jeremy. He's going to assist you out of magic.
Oh, big button. Yep, he's just going to go to avoid an attack. He will shift there, and he doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
So he's on the ground?
No, he's flying around my shoulder and helping me.
Okay. Okay,
right, Whack Ape. Whack Ape will target some of these Orc Raiders and try and thin the herd a bit. And he'll swing a giant fist at number 22.
He hits hard.
And then at 26 for his second attack.
And that's yeah. These guys don't stand a chance against the big monkey.
And then for his third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh attack, he
Ah,
will.
your ass.
Copycat.
That's it.
That was good. Yeah, that was good, Martok. I like that. All right, Orc War Chief is out. He cannot do that, but he can do this. He's a big dude, but he ain't that big. And with his great. Oh. He gets into the big monkey pretty good, and we come to Wachowski.
Okay, so Wachowski is going to shoot. He gets advantage because he's hidden, I understand.
Wachowski used his bonus action to hide last time,
Yeah.
and then he fired a shot, but he missed, which means he's still hidden.
Okay.
That was nice damage, wasn't it, Benno?
Half Oak 16.
Hit.
Hits with one of his poisoned arrows.
Right. Does he have
He also
separate?
gets sneak attack
Does he have separate?
as well. doesn't he?
I didn't see the poison applied.
No, I've not done that yet. Just going to
Okay.
do that now. Sneak attack on him. So that's his sneak attack.
Okay.
Right, 3 1s. Another 6 on him.
Oh, he saved.
He's on his poison save, but he still takes another
Half damage, 12.
half damage.
Yes.
And then he'll try and hide for his bonus action.
All right. Bonus action hide. Give me that stealth roll. No, don't give me that stealth roll. You're still inside the. Don't even worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then me. I will use my green flame blade and use another attack Orc Raider 20 first.
Hit.
Hit. Well, then the still not getting. Don't understand that. Okay. Then take 7 points. And then my bonus action. I miss.
I missed.
Okay.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, but Martok, I would say if you're going to do something with Mokri, Mokri wouldn't care. He wouldn't care about that ape. That's just another monster to him. You know what I mean?
No, I was. It was just a whisper from me. It wasn't from Mokri.
Right. Right. All right, this guy. He'll stay in here and fight, and that's a wah wah wah. And he has no multi-attack. And we come to Mokri, the Weaver of Flame, Weaver of Fire.
Well, I can't see what's going on down by the ape anyway. Well, Mokri can't.
Well, you can see this ape sticking up out of these palm fronds and stuff, these palmettos. He's big.
Right, he's going to run. Mokri's going to run down and use the cover of that bush. Am I able to see the war chief from there?
Let's see. We'll just do a contested thing. Give me a wisdom or a perception check. And yeah, I don't even know why I should roll this. No, you can't see him.
Right, okay. In that case, I shall look at the creatures that I can see, which is the ones up by Morphrax.
Okay.
And I shall do what Mokri does. Is that okay with you? Is that all three of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Might get a little warm there for Spoon.
That's okay.
Probably
Got my hands out. Ready.
Probably shouldn't hurt him too bad. Success, success, success. Wow. I would have thought they would have killed some of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely
that's
hurt him.
Mokri's turn.
Cool. All right. Oh, he didn't target you. Yes, that hit. And his second attack.
I will. Sorry, no, hold on.
Okay.
I will cast shield as a reaction.
And does that negate all of it, or?
Yep. Well, it increases my armor class to 23.
Okay, so he missed you that time.
Yeah.
And his second attack misses.
Yeah.
And this guy with the advantage. And he did not hit you, but that should hit. What?
My shield lasts for the whole
Oh, does it?
round. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Need a 23 or more.
Yep. And he missed. get in there on it. And that's a hit. But he does not have multi-attack.
And it's only a gnat's bite.
Do what, Spoon?
It's only a gnat's bite.
It's a gnat's bite. It's only
That's what it was.
merely a flesh wound. All right.
Exactly.
Kindle.
Kendall is going to use his bonus action to cast Healing Word at level 3 on the giant ape. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, 60 foot.
Healing word on a giant ape. Okay.
And then he's
You
going
tricky
to,
fuckers are ruining my day. Giant apes, 5 attacks a person.
He's going to use another. Where is my?
Thanks, Veno.
Another guiding
Asshole.
bolt at half ogre 7.
And you hit my poor half ogre 7.
Oh, not a big damage.
No, but every little bit counts against these guys.
Yep. And he's also going to move under the bushes 10 feet right here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, this guy's just going to keep hammering away. And he should have advantage against the giant ape. And that is... Oh. There is for the crit. And there is for... Okay. 2 hits against the ape. One of them was a dandy. Let's see how the ape fares now. Not good. Jeremy, I guess, is going to do what Jeremy does.
Oh, yes. He's good now.
Okay, whack.
Right. Giant ape time.
Yeah, as an ape, you're not feeling real good right now.
I don't care. It's not me. Okay. I can't. It's not as if I can heal myself. So
Right.
He's just going to swing at Orc Raider 40.
Boom. That's probably going to hurt. Yeah.
Then he'll turn and use his second attack on half ogre 7.
And that's a hit. Yeah, you hurt him pretty good.
And that's it.
All right. So the Orc War Chief moves to this position. Get his flanking on. And hits with his first attack. Oh, and does not put him down. And with a second attack, he should have. Let's make sure he doesn't roll a crit. And he does not. And that removes our 8 from the. Yeah, you're right there. And he's like, what the hell? And we come to Wachowski.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Wachowski will carry on where he is with advantage. And half over 16.
Okay, half oak 16 is down.
On his bonus action. Click that. And click that. Ouch. Actually, he's going to move away. As a bonus action, he can also dash, can't he?
He can, he can use his rogue cunning action to dash, hide, or disengage.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and just. Okay, no, actually, he's going to try and hide. Actually, he won't move. Sorry.
Okay, so smart move, because none of you guys, even with Pass Without Trace, when you guys are attacking, you're no longer hidden, and if you don't have that bonus action to hide, you're not hidden, so.
Okay.
Alright, but you take a bonus action to hide.
Yeah.
And, very good. More frack.
Okay. Right, that should be on there. So he's going to do Orc Raider 5.
Another one down.
He will then cast Green Flame Blade. But his bonus action, he will then go for his third attack and still misses.
Man,
Okay.
you brought your own
That's
set of
okay.
dice.
Awful. I might change it. The colour's awful.
Yeah, Mokri.
Back.
Shit, I was miles away then. Mokri can't do what Mokri does anymore because he hasn't got any spell slots for it. However, he will move forward to there so that he can see half ogre 7.
Oh yeah, you got it.
And cast Scorching Ray, which is 3 beams of fire, 3 rays of fire at half ogre 7.
Okay. I meant. And a hit. And a hit. I like that feminine voice he has.
Yeah, he minces as well when he walks. And that's it.
All right. So this last one, let's see.
Does he still have advantage on attack?
No, he doesn't. I want to know though. He stays in the fight. And he swings. Oh. Damn. He's pissed off, and he misses with the second attack. He hits you so hard the first attack, it knocks you to the side, and he can't connect with the second. Scarface.
Okay, so first, as a bonus action, I'm going to go with another third level healing word on Morphrax.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
If anybody could use it.
And as my main action, I'm going to use my longbow and try to shoot Halfogre 7 if I can see it. I think so.
Half over 7 is here. Through that cover, I'm gonna say it's a -2.
Okay.
I would have said a -5, but there was a fire there that burned some of it away, so. And it's still a hit.
Oh, minimum damage.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that's my turn.
This guy, he just got hit in the back. He didn't like it.
Shield.
What? Oh, shield. Does Mokri have shield?
Yep.
Well, he still has to roll to hit. Miss. And misses. Jeremy does what he does, I'm assuming.
He does. He'll just move down that way, out of the way.
Fuck.
Are you just going to try to do that to him right here?
Hump his leg.
Shouldn't have. Veno's asking if we lost Sirenscape. I think the sounds just, I don't know. Every now and then there's a trigger. One of these sounds triggers things and it shuts everything down on Sirenscape, whatever you want to call it. All right.
Run here, Wack, run here.
Right, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to cast Cloak of Shadows and disappear. And run.
Okay. Where are you running to?
There.
Sneaky little bastard.
And that's it. That's what I'm going to do.
Veno's wanting to buy you guys a potion. I'm not quite ready for that yet, Veno. Almost. I need to take some time and work on my stream setup. But all right, Orc War Chief. He's like, what the fuck? which is poor Mokri. Actually, he had Kindle too, but could he see him through there? Probably not, because he had a -2. But as he breaks through there, I'm going to give an honest
Hey,
shot.
big ass.
Do what?
I shout, hey, big ass hole.
Yeah, I was trying to say. Okay, no, he's going to stay on Mokri. This might not bode well for Mokri.
It's alright, Mokri's still shielded.
But he's still advanced. Oh,
The last one would have hit.
last one would have hit, yeah. And Mokri takes a bit of damage. Wachowski.
Okay, Wachowski will now move just to the side of Kendall. Still hidden, should be.
Wachowski is still hidden, yes.
Okay. Vote for the Orc War Chief.
That's a hit. Benno, you notice how the hit shows up before the dropped 1? Oh, you're familiar with that from our game on Thursday night. How Sirenscape messes things up like that.
And then his ones in those rolls. Bloody hell.
Yep.
Okay. And then he will nip back around here to hide.
Bonus action hide, don't even roll. Not being not being inside that that pass without trace circle. But Zephyrbia, am I wrong? That staff provides pass without trace without concentration, is that correct?
Well, we said yes that since it's the staff that cast the spell,
Right.
I don't have to keep concentration.
That's right. I'm not liking it, and but that's the way it is. So more frags.
Okay, I am going to cast Green Flame Blade and attack that half Ogue. Hit.
Oh, half og.
Second attack. Miss. Okay, and my bonus action, I will do Second Wind.
See you grab a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, Mokri is going to explode using all of his spell slots.
What?
But in
Just
reality,
make it
he'll
go
cast.
Go on.
In reality, he's going to cast Polymorph at level 4 and turn into a giant ape.
You son of a- Oh my gosh. Oh, Martaki. All right, so let me grab giant. Pull Mokri out of the way and plop this guy down there.
Rawr.
And as he lands, he shoves both of these things back out of the way and plops right down between them. Okay, was that his action?
That was his action, yep.
I thought for a second you were going to tell me you polymorphed into a dragon.
No, I knew he couldn't do that.
That's going to throw a virtual pie at your face. Okay, half Oak 8. Still up here on Morphrax. Morphrax refuses to go down.
Sure.
Takes a deep breath, shakes off some of the pain. And he hits with a great axe. And he misses with a great axe. And the one, heavy damage. Giant Ape does not get a turn. But Kindle does.
All right. Bonus action. This time will be moving my spiritual weapon to attack Mr. Half Ogre 8.
I like it.
Better.
That's a miss.
Ah. Then my main action will be to cast a good old cantrip. Where are my cantrips? A little sacred flame at the same Mr. A.
Failed.
Ah, he fails. And takes some fairly good damage.
Yes, he does.
By the way, should I not have 2 dice?
Yeah, but level 5
Yes,
you
I
do.
should have 2d8. So let's give him another. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Max damage on the second.
I'll move about there.
All right. And Half Oak 7 is really freaked out by the ape. And he hits. And okay, 2 hits. What? Oh, he was attacking Mokri. Oh, poor
Yep.
Mokri. Okay, so that's 34 points Mokri gets. There you go. Thank you. You beat me to it. Okay, and I will apply the 34 points to the ape. There we go. Scroll back up, and there we go. Jeremy's doing his thing.
You got it. Yeah.
Whack.
Whack is still invisible until the end of this turn. So he's just going to move. Oh, not there. Not there, sorry. Just move down into the square.
Move you back there. Okay, move where?
There. There.
Very good.
Because I know how much you hate being half in, half out.
I do. I hate that.
And as his action, he's going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 3 up the butt of Orc War Chief.
Okay. He's gonna just stick his finger down there and goose him, huh?
Yep. So I'll have advantage because I'm still invisible. And as soon as I cast, I won't be invisible.
Correct. And you hit him. All right, Vino. If you're still there, have a good one. I'll talk to you later this evening. If you're there.
Sorry, I had to code it.
What? The fire goose?
Yeah, because it's only coded for level 1, level 2. It's not level 1. It's not coded for level 3.
So code the fiery thumb up the ass. Oh,
Is that done? And
Yeah.
bonus action. Disengage. And run over there. Oh, hang on. I didn't need to disengage, did I?
no.
I'm gonna use Fury of the Small as well at the same time on him, which gives another. I'm gonna run though.
Okay, you're going to there.
Yeah. And that's it. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
All done.
Orc War Chief is fucking furious. Somebody just shoved their fiery thumb up his ass. And he turns around and looks right at you, whack. He's gonna not disengage, but he's gonna. Which hit. Oh, and he falls right at your feet with his head knocked down between his shoulders.
Sucker.
Suckers! Oh, I'm sorry. It's Wachowski's turn.
Okay. Well, Chelsea's just going to go back. No, Chelsea's not going to go there. He's going to go back to where he was. Over to there. With advantage, we'll go number 7.
Okay, and he got advantage.
Being hidden.
Okay.
His sneak attack because.
All right.
And his bonus action, he will stealth again. Morphrax will on his own with the help of his
That's
owl.
because we've got faith in you.
Yeah. We'll hit this bastard again. Green flame blade as part of that.
You did the damage to yourself. And again.
I did, and again,
Yep.
didn't I?
Yep,
So
twice.
that should be 12. That should be 12 on him, not me.
Okay. Let's just drag that to him. There. And there. Go ahead and take it off of you, or I can.
I even attacked myself as well.
There you go.
Doing well, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Right, second.
Yeah, if
second
you
attack.
attacked yourself, but let's see. Morphrax, yeah. Damn.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I will Misty Step. 30 feet. And then move behind there.
You can go hide behind Whack.
So the big
Yep.
the big dragonborn's going to hide behind the second smallest person on the pitch.
That's right. All right,
Yeah.
Mokri Monkey.
Mokri Monkey's going to pound the ground and run there. And dash to there. And that's all he can do.
Let me see something. Give me with the Mokri Monkey.
Yep.
I want to know how to do it. It's not going to be charisma, I don't think.
The giant ape is very charismatic.
Is he? I bet he
Yeah,
is.
he smiles.
Yeah. So, just a contested, some kind of an intimidation check, or it's all charisma based, which I don't agree with. I think in a situation like this, intimidation is more based on size and strength. So that's what we'll do. Give me a. Go ahead, Martos.
Strength save?
No, a check.
Strength check. Right, okay.
Yeah, versus his charisma. Yeah. So he is not going to disengage. You didn't scare him that bad. He's going to stand and fight.
Sucker.
Suckers. So I need to get rid of this target and target that. That's in a second. And he lays in some significant damage, but it really doesn't do much to hurt Mokri Monkey. And Kindle.
All right. Bonus action. Spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. Spiritual weapon moves into place. Misses.
And then. Oh, I see that my friend Morphrax is not in a very good shape. Let's give him a little bit of health with a second level cure wounds.
Oh. Nice. Get that warm, fuzzy feeling like a good poop in the pants. Whack.
Right, as fuck again. I'm just going to cast Sacred Flame at the half ogre.
Okay.
And because it's a saving throw, not a, I should be all right to hit him.
You're gonna have to kind of move around. He's hidden behind the ape right now, so to get a line of sight on him, you won't have a disadvantage or anything because it's not like a ranged attack, is it? It's more of a if you can see something.
It's just, that's it, yeah. So if I move there, is that okay?
Yeah.
Or would you rather I move the other way?
Well, I'm just wondering. There is a lot of mud where you just ran.
It's up to you. I'll do whatever you say.
It's it's up to you, man. I'm not sure that Whack. Who's the one that transmuted the mud?
Me. I'll put it back where I thought it is.
You did what, Spoon?
He's going to put it back.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put it back to where I think it was, which was.
Well, the circle for
I bet.
Yeah.
But I got the Oaks
Yep, that's about
were
right.
there.
All right, so you get right to where you're at, Whack, and you look down, and you can see that this stone is just a pool of mud at your feet. So you know not to run any farther that way. You can kind of
Okay.
see, this half ogre enough that you can get something off on it.
Right. Okay. In that case, I shall do a sacred flame.
Any faith?
He's got to go down. Yes.
All right. You guys are effectively out of combat.
Finally.
Well done, all.
Pretty tough, though. Not so much the hill giants. It was we never have anything actually swung, did they?
Well, they did. The one hill giant caved the skull in of one of the orcs beside him.
Oh yeah.
One of the hill giants hit
Oh yeah.
Whack Ape. Yeah, Whack Ape.
Oh yeah.
And it has been 35 seconds. No, 6:42. 42 seconds since this combat started.
We're effective.
You guys handle it well. Ren kind of thought about sidestepping this adventure, and I was hoping that you guys would decide to engage because this was really a test of just how strong this party is. Check something out here real quick. Where's my story entry? Where the hell is my story entry?
I only used 3 spells on Whack.
I used 7.
6 on Mockery.
That was a CR 13 encounter.
Not bad.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do with these dead beings all around you?
Search them.
Let's search the boss first. As a chief, he may have some more interesting things.
He might. I don't know. I can't remember. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I built this encounter. Let's see. You don't. I mean, there's the standard, shitty orc armor, crappy rust pitted weapons. Even the orc chief, not really carrying anything. But what you do find is a chest in the undercarriage of this, sitting on top of the undercarriage of this catapult, is a chest, and it's half submerged in the mud now, kind of sticking up out of it as the catapult sank down into the mud. You can just kind of see half of this chest sticking up out of it, and it's. Let me do this.
Okri Ape, go fetch.
So it's like right in here. You pull the chest out, and it's quite heavy. And inside the chest, you see a number of silver trade bars. And each one of them valued at about 100 gold pieces apiece. So they're pretty large. And then there's a bunch of loose coins in there as well, to a total of this.
Whoa, not bad.
Not bad at all, but why all the coinage and stuff?
Any arrows?
These guys were all carrying spears and javelins.
Okay.
Any parchment or paper?
No, you don't find any like battle instructions or anything that was written to these guys. No blank paper, no blank parchment.
Okay.
Okay. Mokri Ape's going to pick the chest up and carry it over there and put it down. There.
Okay.
And then Mokri Ape will turn back into Mokri.
All right.
And cast bonfire on the catapult.
Bonfire on a catapult. There you go. Flaming away. I need everybody to roll a perception check. Is that everybody? Missing one. Kendall and Wachowski. Both of you guys hear a very faint, distant scream. And Ren's going to swear that I stole his encounter because this very thing happened on the week I was gone. You hear this scream, you've heard it before. Sounds just like a wyvern. And as you look off to your east, back down towards the valley below you, you can see 3 wyverns rising up, like coming up the side of the valley, or the side of this mountain out of the valley. Each one of them has a rider on its back, and they're headed straight to you. And it would be no wonder, because the entire side of this mountain has had fireballs and everything else going up off of it now, like a beacon, for the last half a minute.
Nice.
And with that, we're going to call the session there. End of session. That encounter took a lot longer to run than I expected.
Ooh.
That was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, good.
My spirit guardian is a bit disappointed. He could not spend his last 20 hit points of damage, so he disappears.
You guys handle that well. Let's see, we've got, what are you guys, level 7 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be a 7. That'd be so that is a difficult rating of, not deadly. What's the next one down? Hard or difficult? Or just
Hard.
Yeah,
hard, I think.
Yeah, hard. Yeah. Because you should, for a difficult encounter, level 7, level 14, and then an extra player. So you ought to be able to handle a CR, say a CR 15 or 16 encounter. That was a 13. But it made it a little more difficult because of the number of, like, if I threw one dragon out there with a CR level of 13, you probably could have handled it a lot quicker. But
It all depends because dragons can take off. So melee's gone straight away, isn't it?
It is. They also have some fear tactics. They've got their breath weapon. If they're in their lair, and now we're all strictly out of character right now, and the session is officially over. So we're just gonna kind of have a little discussion on dragons. But certain creatures like hags and dragons and stuff have lair actions. Dragons can get real nasty. I mean, these are just orcs, a couple of hill giants that you guys did manage very well. And unfortunately, my war cry from my orc chief didn't do much. I mean, he gave them all advantage on an attack, but it's hard to do anything when they got to pull their ass out of the fucking mud to get any place. So, anyway, with that, we're going to end the stream. So we'll say bye to everybody out there. Thanks for coming by.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody that's out
Everybody.
there. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.